need those warm gloves today.
You said, do you have a jacket? So I went home and got a jacket real quick.
Yeah, that's over.
Let's see, how much room?
I'm R.G. Satterwhite, and I moved to Columbia in 1980 to teach school. I was a special ed teacher for 35 years, and met John when I moved here, and we married and had 3 kids, and I retired from teaching in 2015. So back in 88, 89, we were sitting around the kitchen table, John and I were, and we were trying to figure out how to make a little more money on the farm. And I said, hey, why don't we sell Christmas trees? And so we sold Christmas trees that year. Probably about 5 or 10 years later, he admitted that way back when we were talking about it, he thought that was the dumbest idea he'd ever heard. But we've had a blast doing it. John is my husband. He died last year in a farming accident. And we sold Christmas trees last year and made it. And we just want that tradition to continue. It was really special to him. He was a real people person. And what made it so fun is that you would see the same people every year and reconnect a little bit with them. That was great. And it's been a tradition for people to come here, so we really wanted that to continue. And he would want us to continue doing that. So
I am Katie Satterwhite, Odom, sorry. I am a full-time farmer. Mom and I have a fall festival that we have out here in the field, and then she sells Christmas trees, and I help her with that. They started selling Christmas trees when I was 1, so this is our 31st year. I don't know anything other than selling Christmas trees this time of the year. About 11 years ago, Dad traded a Christmas tree for a wreath table and said, guess what you get to do next year? So I made my first wreath and put it on Mom's door. I thought it was the ugliest thing in the world. Of course, a mother's love. She thought it was great. I made 2 wreaths standing up in the cold barn that year trying to figure out what I was doing. And then after that, I just started piecing them together, and I'm not a crafty person. So it has definitely been interesting. They are fat. They are some of the fattest wreaths I have ever seen. But I enjoy making them like that. So for the last 11 years, I have made the wreaths for this tree lot. But I am not making wreaths this year. My sister is making them for me. I have always sold Christmas trees with Dad. And now I sell Christmas trees with Mom.
we started just as a way to make a little more money on the farm. And we went to the county agent in Fayetteville, who is where we got trees from, and we had the balled and burlap trees, the live trees. And so we would just go over there and get some live trees and some cut trees. And then we went to Michigan a few years, but the majority of the time we've gone to North Carolina. We've made it a family event, and when our kids were teenagers, it was great because you had no cell service and no TV, and we'd stay in a little cabin at Roan Mountain State Park and, play games and hike, and so it was creating a lot of great memories. And, just doing that every year and looking forward to doing that every year, and then just seeing the people, our friends come back, and meeting new people and people that have just moved to Columbia, and
There's a whole lot of people that you only see once a year, and this is it. And so it's good just seeing them again and catching up with how they are, or, their kids, and because I'm 32, so we've been selling trees for 31 years. There's, my generation is now coming and picking out their Christmas tree, where before it was they came with their mom and dad. Now they're bringing their kids and coming, so it's a whole lot of fun to see the different generations coming and getting trees.
My favorite part is, we hire some young kids to help us, and we hire some other, adults to help us that have been coming, like, are home from college or seniors in high school. But then we hire some younger boys that have helped us that they're really working on their people skills and how to interact with people. And John was fabulous at that. So he really taught the young boys how to interact and respect people and be friendly and just talk to them. And so that's been really fun to watch those young boys create that in them. People like to come outside to buy their tree as opposed to, going to the outside door of a store, because a lot of times they'll run off to the tire swing, or they'll run off to the slide, or they'll just play football out in the field. When they're little, and then they grow up to be adults, and they just walk up and they're smiling and they're so excited to see us, and we're so excited to see them, and we kind of catch up on where they are in their life. I would say unless they have another connection somewhere, that somebody else that they need to support, they're going to come back here if they want a live tree, a real tree. I want to keep doing it because it is what John and I did together for 30 years or 29 years. And so when I'm here, I feel like he's here too. I'll eventually turn it over to my kids. They're very much of a part of it. And so it makes it special to be doing it as a family. I'll do it as long as I can, and then when I can, I guess I'll bring them lunch and go by the bank and get change for them, those kinds of things. But and they want to do it, so as long as they want to do it, we'll keep doing it.
Oh, I love this town. I was born and raised here. This is where the farm is. You're going through school and everybody says, "What do you want to be when you get older?" And kids' answers normally always change. Mine was always, I wanted to be a farmer. So, a whole lot of it had to do with the fact that I got to come out here and I got to work with Dad every day. And there's not a lot of people that can say that. And I am blessed to have been able to farm with him as long as I have. And there's days where it's hard to continue to farm without him now. But I know that's what he loved to do, and it's what I love to do. And I may cry on the tractor some days, but I'm going to keep getting on that tractor and keep going, so.
Sorry, my teeth are chattering. I'm cold.
Oh, no, you're good. I think we're good. I think we're done.
Okay.